Turn me up, Elfie. Welcome to the Aim High, Push Hard podcast, where we aim high, then persist until something happens. For heroes are really driven. Aim high, push hard, divine ingenuity. Today we will be discussing crackhead Lamar Odom. This seems to be a crackhead week here, guys. For some reason, Lamar Odom popped up on my feed this week on an interview that he did with Drink Champs. On this interview, Lamar Odom said he once went to the Bunny Ranch. If you guys don't know, the Bunny Ranch is a location in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it goes down. From Lamar Odom's mouth to my ears, he said they got all different flavors in there. He tasted all 31 flavors of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. He tasted vanilla. He tasted strawberry. He tasted cocaine too. He tasted Latinos. He tasted Cubanos. He tasted Arubano. He even tasted Blue Dolphin. The boy Lamar Odom said he tasted so many flavors he woke up and was unable to speak and was unable to walk. Jesus Christ. That sounds like some treacherous pussy. That sounds like some killer pussy. Lamar Odom said that pussy was so treacherous it tried to assassinate the boy. The boy Lamar Odom said someone must have slipped something into his vein. The host of the show, Noriega, said, I think you would have felt if someone put something in your vein. He said, no. The doctor said when I was at the hospital, it seemed like there was something in my system. Nah, Lamar. You just said they had everything you want. This is why, guys, I tell you, be careful what you ask for in life, because you just might get it. God just might give it to you to make you realize that it's not what you actually want. Lamar Odom subsequently had 16 microvascular accidents, 16 mini strokes, and 6 heart attacks. Jesus Christ. And you will think the boy learned a lesson. No. Not in Lamar's world. Now when he said the reason he started doing cocaine because he was 24 years old in Queens, New York. And you know, that's just what we do. What? You grow up in poverty. You start getting recruited for basketball at 15 years old. Your grandmother tells you people are going to stare at you because you're tall. And you know you're going to the NBA at 10 years old. And you just start dabbling in the sniffing and snorting and the inhalation of crack cocaine at 24 years old. Hold on, Lamar. I don't know about you. The boy Lamar said he once went into a nightclub in Miami and he ordered 25 bottles. He said he looked over to the lounge across from him, the section across from him, and some guy said, man, you ain't living. Get your life up. So he ordered 25 more bottles, not for him, but just for a club, some club called Privé. I guess it's upper echelon. Then he says he orders 25 more bottles for himself. Then 25 more bottles for the club. That's 100 bottles. He said he only drank 10, which may be a lie, considering the inordinate amount of cocaine he does. But then he goes on to further state, after that, he wants to take another shot. Because on the show, you come on the show, you drink. He takes another shot, then another shot. Then when they say, let's do a shot together, they look at Lamar and he has no more shots left on the table because guess what? He's already drunk the shots. And now I'm looking at this boy and I'm feeling sorry for Lamar. Because every time I look at him, he's just rubbing his head. He's like, you know, I'm from the Queens in New York, and we take shots. I'm looking at this boy, and I'm like, man, this is the prime example of you just don't give a freaking French toast what happens to you. Don't care about having a second opportunity in life. Like you don't give a damn. Like the doctors did everything to save you. You had the Khloe Kardashian, who you says did everything to maim you, but you don't even want to save yourself. You back to doing crack cocaine the minute you were able to regain consciousness, regain momentum, regain speaking and walking. You back to snorting that cocaine. Come on, Lamar. Get it together, brother. So, let's delve a little deeper into this interview. It gets to the point where Lamar said, I feel disrespected because you brought me on this show and you're just hammering down on the same questions over and over and over again repeatedly. It seems like you're trying to disrespect me, and you know better than that. We're both from Queens. And Noriega's looking at him like, dude, no one is like disrespecting you. You called us. You wanted to come on the show. You wanted to promote your virtuosity business campaign. So, all in all, I felt very, very sorry for Lamar Odom, because this thing that we talk about, when we say addiction, we know addiction is a disease. Yes. And we know people just can't stop just like that. You just can't just stop cold turkey. Some people have to wean. We know all about problematic childhoods. We know about childhood trauma and mental torment. But God allows you to go through it so you can grow through it. Not so you can relish in it and keep using the euphoria that you think you receive from it, the transient euphoria, as an excuse to keep doing it, and then justify it with, someone doesn't care about me. On another interview, I heard Lamar Odom say, imagine receiving a $60 million contract. I guess he was drafted number 4 in the NBA in 1999. And he stated that he had a mental illness that he couldn't deal with, and he didn't want to pick up the phone. Apparently, Kenny Smith from the Houston Rockets, who used to play with the Houston Rockets back in the days in the early 90s, kept calling him saying, hey, Lamar, pick up the phone. Like, we're trying to do a trade. We're trying to bump you up to number 1. Lamar wouldn't pick up the phone. Now, he said he had a mental illness. He had some sort of anxiety that wouldn't make him pick up the phone. Now, I can understand that fear of, the fear of not knowing what's going on with you, not knowing what's going on with your body, and you're just so scared, you're just in a panic state that you just don't want to talk to anybody because you're so fearful of what you think might happen. Like, your brain is basically controlling you, allowing you to think false beliefs. You're delusional, but you don't know how to conceptualize what you're going through. You don't know how to speak about it, or how to even to overcome the emotion. So he ended up going 4th in a draft pick, right? Then he says, imagine, receiving $60 million and you paying for an entourage of people, and you all are just staying in a top 5-star hotel for a month straight, just whatever, everything on me, and you're smoking weed, and the NBA tests for marijuana, and no one is telling you, no, Lamar, don't smoke. Now, I understand that too, because when you're the money, your friends, I use that term loosely, are supposed to monitor you and tell you, nah, you don't smoke. You're the money. Like, you chill out. And in his case, he said that didn't happen. So he felt as though he was being used in his life. So he's the victim. He's the victim of false friendships, false loyalty, All these loaded words, false love, all these loaded words that really don't do anything to add to who you are, because once you become an adult, you're able to analyze situations if you choose to analyze those situations, and you choose to know what you're getting yourself into. Then you know that there is no actual love. Like, people are around you because of what you can provide. You're beneficial. You're a benefit. It's not because of they love you, beloved. No, 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 no. So the fact that he was able to receive 5-star service, get treated as a basketball player. Pat Riley had him on a leash in Miami, to put almost in a straitjacket. Like, you're a grown man, Lamar. Come on now. Like, it's people out here doing more with less. And you still want someone to identify with your struggles, identify with your pain. Lamar, we all go through the same struggles. We are black men and black women. So you need to get off that high horse. Stop tooting that cocaine powder in your nose. And get back to doing what's right. You're up there, you're rubbing your head. You're like, I saw you binge drink, Lamar, on national television. You look like you take a 24 shots an hour, is what it appears to me. So we need to get out of this whole feeling sorry for people because they do drug stuff. Some people, they like to do drugs. Everyone has their vices. Some people vices are drugs. Some people vices are gambling. Some people vices are having sex with random people. Some people's vices are telling lies. Some people's vices are being malevolent. Everyone has their vices. You can't feel sorry for someone because of the way that they choose to live their life. That's the way you choose to live your life. Now, if it ends up in demise, then oh well, that's how you chose to live your life. Like, I can't feel any hurt inside my heart because of the way you went about living your life. Because let me tell you something. I chose to go to school with my life and do the right thing with my life. Therefore, no one should feel happy for me or sad for me because of the outcome that transpires from the choices that I chose to make in my life. Life is all about the chance to make a decision. First comes the chance, and then there comes a decision. Now you have the choice to choose what decision you're going to make. Whether you make a decision or you don't make a decision, it's still a choice. But we all have chance. Okay, guys? So hopefully on this episode, you were able to laugh and you were able to learn. That is the goal of the Aim High, Push Hard podcast. We laugh, we learn, we live. Goodbye.